Welcome to Cooking Gone Wild. I'm your host, Michelle Kane, and today we will be cooking a seared duck breast with a citrus cranberry sauce and wild rice. What you'll need for today's recipe are some delicious Indiana harvested duck breast, some butter to sear that in, salt and pepper to season it. For the cranberry sauce, you'll need cranberries, sugar, pears, oranges, cinnamon and ginger, and a zester because you're going to zest your orange as well. Today we're going to start with the cranberry sauce because you'll have to chill that in the refrigerator. So I'm just going to move the duck aside and pull my cutting board on over. The first thing I'm going to do is cut up the pears. So I'm going to dice them. I'm going to leave the skin on because we're going to cook these down really well. And we're just going to start putting stuff in the pan. So we'll go ahead and dump these in. And we're going to have to let that cook down along with the cranberries. So go ahead and dump your cranberries in at the same time. So we'll get those going. And we're going to zest your orange. So I'm going to cut it in half first. This makes it a little bit easier for me to work with. And then I'm just going to zest half this in here. We're actually going to zest 2 oranges and then we're just going to squeeze the juice out. Okay, I'm going to squeeze this one in. Just kind of mix that around. Really try to make sure that zest gets mixed around in there. And this is half a cup of sugar. Throw that in. And we've got a teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Kind of mix that all in, see where we're at. And then generally you put in about half a cup of water. As you can see, it's really dry right here. And you're going to get some of the liquid out of some cranberries and the pear as well. So you really want these to cook down. You want the pear to break down. You want the cranberry to break down. So that it's a nice sauce. Okay, so that's all there is to that. I'm going to put it on the stove, and you're just going to kind of let that cook down and reduce so you get a nice sauce, stirring about every 1 to 2 minutes. Now it's time for our main event, the duck. And this duck actually came from Morgan County and was harvested by one of our biologists. So we really want to thank Josh for giving us this duck to cook up for you today. Now we are going to take our duck breast, which is the main focus and highlight of our meal today. And I've got just some plastic wrap here, and I put some underneath it as well because we're actually going to pound it out so it's right about the same thickness. I put a little salt on it last night when it was in the fridge, but I'm going to go ahead and season it again with a little bit of salt and pepper. Just normal seasoning. Go ahead and flip it over. Do the same thing. Okay, so now it's pressed in between 2 pieces of the cling wrap. And I've got this handy dandy mallet here. You always want to start in the middle, work your way out. That way it's more even. You don't want to end with the ends really thin. So start in the middle, work my way out to the edges. This kind of is going to tenderize it a little bit too, that along with the salt. Just go ahead and take this apart. You can see now it's just a little bit more even throughout, and that way it'll cook even as well. And what we're going to do, we're going to take it over to the pan and just sear it in butter. Going to do about 4 minutes on each side, maybe a little more, a little less, depending on how you like it. Most people like it medium to medium rare. All right, so now we're ready for the duck. Let me go ahead and get some butter in there. And I'm going to grab the duck, bring it over. All right, we got the pan nice and hot. So here is our wonderful duck breast. And go ahead and just lay them in there. You want to hear it sizzle when you put it in. I've got this little piece I'm just going to throw in there for me. Okay, we're going to leave it on about maybe 3-4 minutes. We'll kind of see how it does. In the meantime, our rice is finished, so I took it off the heat, covered it up. Go ahead and put this towards the back. And our cranberries are looking really good. So as you can see now, they're really looking more like a sauce. All right. We're gonna need to chill that, but first I'm gonna flip the duck. Woo! Turn down the heat a little bit. Maybe just a couple minutes on that side. It's coming together. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. And I'm gonna sit it over here and let it rest. And it'll continue to cook as it rests. So we should be pretty good to go on that. Okay, so here is our finished product. We have our lovely duck breast, our wild rice, and our cranberry sauce. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to dig into this. Thank you for joining me today on Cooking Gone Wild. Hope to see you next time.